following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
By fixer, do you mean person who fixes things or a person who fixes things?
Fixing things.
Because fixer is a term.
I know, I realised it after I said it.
Repairer. Damn fixers fucked everything up.
Mechanicum.
A maker. I mean, if you knew of some of the things that she's done in her short life, I'd like to even do a fraction of what she's done.
Yeah, look at what happened. She exiled herself from civilization because what doing that cost you.
I think it's more than that.
Well, exactly.
And if you've got a good enough fixer to look after you, they'll look after their interests. And if I'm known for making good items.
I mean, if you can get by just making things for people that they could find useful and you don't have to be up there in the gunfire yourself, then all power to you.
That would be ideally what I would like to do, but it's not.
Well, there we go. There's a plan.
Work on the houses and get that fabricator under the house and be able to build things.
Well, who knows if maybe you'll get to keep that house for a change.
I hope so. We're paying for them. And as long as we keep paying them, then it won't be a problem.
And so, more time is passed. Does anyone have anything they wanted to do while I'm skipping this month?
It's not just talking to other characters and writing songs. No, that's pretty much what I've written.
Because I would like to have chat with her, but it should be. Yeah. If she doesn't want to talk to us, then I wouldn't. If she was wanting to talk,
she can talk. She's not going to be playing the game the whole time.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
So.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. I see we finished playing the game.
That was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, sorry. I got hooked up in working on the guitar.
Adults. Weird.
I was. Some of your inventions, like your fabricator, I was wondering.
It's not really so much of an invention.
But you got to have blueprints for it.
I mean, if you want to make another one, yeah.
I was hoping I'd purchase them off you, or I'm going to need.
You want to buy my blueprints for my fabricator?
I'm going to need a fabricator when we get back to Night City, especially keeping these ones in line and needing.
1,000 euro, little man.
Yep.
Basic fabricator.
I'll write that down.
This is not an auto fabricator, it is a basic fabricator.
Like a blueprints section or something. I guess if it's much like the blueprint for the pistols we found, it comes on like a...
It comes on a cartridge. At least in my mind, that's what I want them to be like.
And did you come up with a price for the plane for the plasma gun?
You want the plan for that? I'm not sure it would be responsible for me to have put that out into the market.
I understand.
Whereas I could just make them myself and sell them one at a time.
Yes, that's the goal, isn't it? So how do you get items out here? Gear.
Oh, every couple of months this trading caravan comes past and I have an arrangement.
Do you think they may have let slip that you're here?
I guess it's possible. Not very likely, but possible.
How was the device going?
The what?
The device.
Oh, fine.
It seemed interesting what he was asking for. I'm still trying to figure out what his actual end goal is.
I would imagine it's to break open a pre-war Arasaka data vault. Which is what the thing is designed to do.
Yeah, but what's in the data vault?
I can't possibly know that.
That's what I'm meaning. He's...
Perhaps if you could tell me everything else that you guys have had to do for him, I might be able to work that out.
Tell her everything.
I'll tell her.
It sounds like what your boss is after isn't actually stuff, but information.
Yes. But, information is...
Information regarding Arasaka and Militech before the war, specifically centered around the Holocaust.
So he either wants...
It is logical, therefore, to deduce that the information that you are seeking pertains directly to that war. Yes.
So he either wants information on the goings-on, or he wants something that was created during that time.
I'm just a kid. What do you want from me?
Well, you're a very smart kid.
I know how to build things.
Very well.
That's about it.
Is there anything you need a hand with? And I'm not as good as you are at this stuff, but I do have a few knacks.
Nah.
I also was a Ripper Doc before I was this, so...
Well, there's not a lot you can do for me.
You're healthy and, well, that's what I'm saying.
I should be.
Should be.
Yeah.
No,
Time for a checkup.
no niggling things. You want me to give you a checkup at least?
Nah, I'm alright. Anyway, I should get back to inventoring.
Alright. Just let me know if you need anything.
You have your own work to do.
I know. I better roll this now. Since you said it was 2 weeks.
Yep. 29, I believe, is what you're shooting for.
29. Go on.
How much luck have you got?
Oh yeah, use all the luck before the combat we get tonight.
I won't be in combat. What combat could there possibly be?
Well, it's not like there's a corrupt government in this island or anything.
You heard it when we said we weren't wanting
Sounds
to
like you
really
got
do
a a
anything.
great number.
He said we instantly just got back to Night
Yep,
City. So
not a
that's
great
what's
number at all.
What did you get?
2.
Start again.
I don't even think that's not even in your luck bracket, right?
No,
Yeah, because she doesn't have...
she can
No.
get to 9.
I can get... No, but diff is 29.
Yeah.
Which means you have to beat that to get...
Yeah.
Basically, you need to get 30.
Yeah.
Right, so you start again. Inventing it all over again.
You'll have time to at least get to the checker game once.
Graves?
I also wish to pester Fast Rider when she is not busy.
Neat. So, you find a time within the next week.
Yes. Excuse me, young one.
Yeah.
I had rather hoped to ask a favour.
Oh, another favour on top of basically holding a gun to my head to work on this thing for you.
This one is much more... And I'm not holding a gun to you, okay?
Fair enough. It's just 4 strange, dangerous, blood-stained adults show up and menace a lone 10-year-old girl and say, could you please build this thing for me? What am I supposed to think?
Well, you do get a nuke out of it. If you want it.
What am I really going to do with a nuke?
I was wondering if you might take my contact information. I know you will be loath to give me yours,
Yeah,
but you will be relocated.
I will.
You said as much.
I did.
You did, some weeks ago.
Oh,
But if you wish to go ahead with that, I would like you to be able to get back in contact with me once you're settled.
and I want this because...
Because I have a mind for another project you may be interested in. Removing the chip somewhat dangerous, you've implied, and I'm not quite sure I'm willing to take that risk myself. But we might be in the position to pay you for some kind of disruption. If you can find it in your genius brain, that is.
I don't think you understand what a red chip is.
Well, no, that would...
This
if I
isn't-
did, I don't think I would be in this predicament.
This is a part of your neurological makeup now. You have had a part of your brain removed and replaced with a chip that can interrupt your synaptic functions. It isn't something that can just be disrupted without disrupting you. Because it is part of your brain.
Right.
If I remove it, I would have to put in another piece of cyberware that does the same job, but without any of the ability to receive instructions or compel thought.
I see.
Which means I would have to take it out, study it, invent a replacement, and put the replacement back in. I think I can do this.
Well, that doesn't...
There is no chip that has been invented that cannot have a duplicate made of it, surely.
You would hope so. Well, never mind then. I have disrupted your work for nothing.
Oh, yeah, that.
You... So we'll wander off.
What a wonderful use of my time that was.
And we'll bother Roger while he's songwriting. But not for anything specific. Just to annoy him.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
Hey, Gravy.
Howdy.
How you doing? How's it? All, carrying around a bunch of evil AI stuff and so forth.
Plagues my, nightmares constantly.
Have you managed to appease your new girlfriend?
I haven't spoken to her in a week.
I'm not sure. I wasn't aware I had anything to appease until the incident.
Until the incident, well, you know. You know woman, Gravy, or maybe you don't, but...
The only one I
It's
ever dated
amazing
was a
how-
machine.
It's amazing how you can be completely ignorant.
Netrunner, I barely knew her.
You can be completely ignorant of you having done something wrong, but they'll just turn up with a frown and their hands on their hips one day, looking at you, and you'll know you've done something wrong there. You won't know what it is. And boy, can they hedge around what that wrong thing you've done is.
You speak from much experience.
Maybe.
I just wish there was a program that could help me navigate this.
But you just gotta talk to her and try and understand her as much as you can now. Then it's about communication.
What are
You know,
your thoughts?
sometimes you don't even need to say that much. You just need to say a couple of things in order to get her talking, and then you can just go, because she'll love to talk.
I think I've seen you do that a few times.
Phrases you need to learn. I'm sorry, I was wrong. You're right, dear. There's a couple more, but those will get you
So
started.
I've been doing it
Make
wrong when
sure-
I just say, yes, bitch.
Make sure you agree with everything she says.
That one could be problematic.
Or just be like every so often, I know, right? Have you managed to work out, I mean, maybe I'm prying, but have you managed to work out why she's, anything more about why specifically she's, you know, latched onto you, and has she elaborated any more? Does she have plans for you once we get back to Night City to help her with something?
She did.
Did
And I believe she latched on because she thought as she said before, I would be a useful tool
Tool, okay.
in her own quest for revenge. Or justice. Maybe mine is revenge, maybe hers is not. But things have changed, and so plans will change. I'm still not opposed to being used as bait for this particular fish.
Because it's still anti-Blythe.
Yes.
Makes sense. Need to have a talk with her at some point.
Now would be your opportunity.
Oh, is she there?
No, I am here.
In fact, I might go do that if you excuse me.
Of course.
I'll go find Fleur.
Ooh, right. There's not a lot of places you have to go look.
It's like 2 rooms.
I'm just curious what she was doing when I came across her.
She's conspicuously not doing anything.
How suspicious.
What is suspicious?
You appear to just be standing there. Almost like...
A corpse?
I was about to say like a robot. But...
That is your other friend, I think.
yeah, I wonder when she's going to show up. Don't think I've got any messages from her recently. Let me just check. So, how you doing?
How am I doing what?
Oh, here we go. How are you faring? What is your mood like? Are you feeling alright? Is there anything I can do to help you?
I have little in the way of feelings, but I will admit to an intrusive feeling of neglect and irritation.
At Gravy.
I was not going to be so crass as to be specific.
But yes.
You may infer that if you wish.
I am inferring that specifically, yes. Look, I think he's just trying to protect you, love.
From what?
Well, you see, he's got a lot on his mind at the moment, and don't take this the wrong way, but intelligent, beautiful women, when they're in your presence, they sometimes make your mind go to mush.
It sounds like an excuse.
And well, I think he's still trying to work out how to approach his predicament. I don't think he wants to get you dragged into it either.
He has had 3 weeks to think about this.
Yeah, well,
As a
I
Night
didn't
City
say he
re-
was particularly good at this.
As a Night City resident, I believe decision-making at high speed is a priority.
You're not wrong.
Also, if he expects to ever have 3 weeks in business to think about anything, he is in for a very nasty surprise.
You're also not wrong there.
Slightly less soul-rending horror involved here.
So what are your plans when we get back to Night City, if you don't mind my asking?
My plans?
Yeah. Well, you came all the way here with us. I don't even know what you plan to get out of that specifically.
I had assumed I was going to die, and thus I did not make plans.
I thought you were already dead.
The rest of me has not yet caught up.
I still don't think you're as dead as you think you are.
Perhaps not.
I mean, why would a dead person get so worked up about being ignored by a potential suitor?
These are interesting questions you raise. But we are not responsible for our biology.
Well, perhaps your biology is telling you that there's still a heart beating under that fabulous chest of yours.
You are remarkably blunt.
Yeah. You get what you see with me. At least you know I'm not lying and deceiving you, right?
Not necessarily.
Oh. Well, fuck. Look, I'm pretty straightforward, alright? Don't know if you've noticed that. You clearly seem to have, but I don't have any reason to keep anything from you. I know it's not mutual. You've got your own secrets and reasons.
Not as many as you might suspect.
But they're still there.
Possibly.
And Blythe's fucked you off almost as much as he's fucked off Gravy.
Perhaps.
Do you need some kind of assistance in taking this ne'er-do-well down?
That is why I have Edward Hargraves.
Yeah, do you need any additional assistance on top of that I could potentially provide?
I believe
I won't be offended if you say no, you're useless, Roger.
I believe I can induce Edward into employing all assets at his disposal to help me.
Oh, I'm a gravy asset. That's a comfort to my little soul.
It should not be.
I'm being sarcastic.
Oh,
Look, you just have to ask and I'll help. You don't need to use gravy as some kind of tweener, catalyst in order to get me on board.
I will keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But I still do not know what I will do.
Well, maybe you will think about that because, we're probably only going to be here another week or two at the most, maybe, I guess. And
Perhaps.
hopefully, we'll be heading back to Night City, and you don't want to be going in there blind, right?
That is the only place I ever go anywhere. Situations in Night City are known to change moment to moment. I have lived this long by not planning too much.
Fair enough.
Besides which, I am sure that in a few weeks I may have at least one small conversation with Edward.
Look, do you want
If
me?
I am very lucky.
Do you want me to talk to Gravy on your behalf?
You do not need to. Perhaps I just need to be better at understanding very mixed signals.
Maybe you just need to be direct with him and just be like, "Look, Gravy, talk to me, or we ain't talking again. You piece of shit."
I do not think I could do that.
Oh.
So anyway, exactly as Roger predicted, 2 more weeks pass. You want to do another check for me, Justine?
Oh, baby, real high roll.
Nah, it's going to be another 1. You watch. I'm into a 9.
It's going to be 10 into a 10. Take it home.
24. So no.
God, so
You didn't want to spend your luck?
That's
6
going to take
points on
6 luck.
Do you,
Which
Pretty
will
much
leave me with
almost all of your luck.
1 luck.
I mean, you could spend another whole month working on this
to maybe get it.
to maybe you.
But I might get more points next season. I mean, next time.
Okay.
It was never going to be a small project, but I had to start.
So Jess basically gives up in frustration.
Yep.
And around about the same time, Fast Rider's like, I have developed what I think is a workable plan. I will now begin instructing the fabricators to begin their work.
Well, at least one of us succeeded.
It should only take another month, maybe 2
There we
builds.
go. That's what I was waiting for.
What? You're angry, aren't you?
No, just I failed again on this thing.
Well, you know failure is part of the process.
I know.
You think I succeeded everything first time? I'm 10.
Yeah, that's why I'm such a genius, because the amount
Was
of
it
times
11?
I've failed.
Almost.
She might be 11 by now. We've been here a bloody month. And she
true,
was
true.
almost 11 when we arrived.
You've actually been here 5 weeks.
She is
Yeah.
correct.
God, it seems shorter, right?
No.
Maybe I should just start on something smaller first. This really was my first project. Probably a bit
A
of.
little ambitious for a first project. Have you considered adapting something else?
Well, I thought about. I've got this. The gun. Just building a holster for it. One that you could just clip it in and unclip it. So clip on your back, and you can unclip it and use it. As opposed to.
Why would you want to use that gun?
It's actually it's got the firing rate of it's got a range table of a assault rifle.
It's bigger than an assault rifle.
Yes, but I can use this with accuracy. I can't use an assault rifle. I just
Well,
don't have the
why
body
not
for it.
invent that? How expensive and time-consuming could a holster be?
That's what I was going to do.
I believe I will rate this
You know
a
what?
holster for this specific gun at a $20 value project.
You know what you should do?
That gives you your DVs. I believe you can invent it in an afternoon.
In an afternoon, yeah.
You should
Fabricated
make
in 4
as like a
hours.
transforming holster that's part of the gun itself, so that it's not really something you have to carry on your back. And it just
No, I
like-
can't modify the gun. It can't be modified into the gun. The gun. It's one
Yeah,
thing I
no,
didn't.
no, because then it takes on the value of the gun.
Yes, that's the other side. It's like,
Does the gun have attachment slots like normal guns?
I think it doesn't.
no, the gun. I
It's
can't.
an exotic.
Yeah, I can't modify the gun in any way. I can't even.
Because if it had attachments,
it
you
in
could
any way.
invent an attachment for it.
I can't. That's. I can't do anything for the gun.
It's also got a reasonably low ammo capacity. Too.
Yeah.
I think it's a 6-shot revolver.
So,
Question mark?
have to have another
It's
one.
either 3 or 6. Can't remember.
I know it was low, yeah.
Like, but you get the assault rifle range table with handgun skill. That's the.
Yeah.
That's why you kind of want this stupid ass thing.
Right.
But it still doesn't do assault rifle damage, though. So I think it still does 3.
Oh, look at that, 28. You fucking knew it was going to happen.
Sucks to be you! Okay, you've invented it. Now you've got your blueprint.
Yep.
Now all you have to do is fabricate it and it's one category less than the invention
Yes.
slot. So if it's 20, it'll be a 10.
A 10.
So you have to spend that many euro.
That is so brutal.
Hey,
If only you decided to stick with the guitar thing, you could have actually finished that invention for
But
the
it-
expense of 2 little lux.
but it had to be that way.
Yeah.
It had to.
Oh.
But if we had for another few months, I might give it another go. So this was one afternoon, done.
Look, it's a really brutal time to not have a bunch of program components to make programs with.
What do you need for program components?
I think they have a separate.
Did you ask her if she had any?
No.
They said no. The caravan might have some.
Just make dragon after dragon!
Yeah, cheap every day, 20 eddies. Takes an hour. And then it's to build is half a category, half of that. One category lower than that, so then it'd be half an hour to build. So I build a holster for 10 eddies.
There you go.
I'll take my 10 eddy worth of product off my products. Where is it?
So what's everyone else doing during the argosy that is inventing and constructing this holster?
I still haven't talked to Fast Strider yet, but I had the last go at talking, so I'll let Gravy have his opportunity to maybe mend his relationship with Flora and
Yes, I will have to go speak with Fleur.
not that I'm telling you how to play your character, I'm just hinting that maybe if you...
He doesn't care.
I should maybe.
He has real life girlfriend now. He doesn't. His characters don't need one.
Yeah, Barris doesn't need Lisa anymore because he's got Lisa.
He doesn't. You're right, Ken.
Yeah, but every time the precinct's about to go down on a massive fire, we save another hot speed brawler lady, and we kind of pull our rep back up. So we need to keep them around.
We just keep
such an abusive
rescuing.
boyfriend.
We just keep rescuing the best players from each team across the whole
Adding them
league.
to the Ravens.
Yeah, and add them to the Ravens. So we just do what?
No, you
football
can't.
clubs-
You can't. I invented a salary cap.
we just do what real life Premier League football players do, and then they've got their English team that's filled with guys whose names end with O.
I have lived in Bedford for all my life. For another 10 weeks. I lived in Bedford. So.
So yes, I will approach the
Good.
angry demon
Wow. This is why you're single.
Except I'm not.
Oh, right. This is why you will be again.
It occurs to me I didn't exactly apologize after our last
I hadn't noticed.
conversation. I'm sure that isn't true. So I am sorry.
For
Ignoring you for large portions of the last stint of our adventure here.
you know, it is okay. You do not have to pay me attention.
But I find I want to.
And yet,
Yes, well, things have become somewhat complicated as of late.
see,
But I shouldn't exactly let that cloud my judgment. Just because I had the entire sector of the net I was in ripped out and re-downloaded should not mean I get lost in my own thoughts.
I suppose not.
So what would you like to speak about?
What? To be honest, I had thought to merely engage you in some topic and then let you talk while I just sat here and said things like, how handsome of you, and things like that.
That was largely my plan as well.
I am not a good conversationalist.
Have we both been taking lessons from Roger?
I have taken no lessons from Roger.
Maybe I shouldn't have.
You wound me.
He's right there.
Of course, yes, there's only like 2 rooms. I'm also not the greatest of conversationalists.
Really?
Maria was always the one that would force that particular aspect.
Don't bring up the X from the distance.
I see. This Maria would be the woman who is not real.
Yes, it was actually a rather humorous period of time where the others believed she was in fact a figment of my cyberpsychosis.
You have cyberpsychosis.
Oh, they believed I did.
Because
I was speaking to someone who wasn't there and saying all these crazy things. They just weren't capable of hearing at the time until we found a technological workaround for Jess. Thus proving that I was not insane.
or merely that you have a rebroadcaster capable of projecting your delusions in a manner that they could pick up.
Well, I've forgotten it if I do.
Lost in your own delusion. Yeah.
If it were not of my own perspectives, I might suspect, therefore, that I too am a delusion fed to your mind. That you are merely lying in a gutter somewhere in Night City dreaming of fabulous adventures.
As the last of my life leaks from me.
We're still stuck in that old net.
Yes, or still stuck in the old net, trapped by Devil or King Crimson or God knows what other horrific monstrosity came to claim my soul. And add my meager intelligence to their own.
Meager.
Well, by comparison. Some of them are Leviathan.
Leviathan?
Yeah.
What is this?
You see
Sounds
them.
big.
I kind of explained some of the old net stuff in vague terms.
He says things like, fascinating. You go on.
But I have found that if I have a lot on my mind like your Leviathans, what can help me to release the great taste of Continental Brand's Charleston Chew?
Oh, fuck.
The great taste of Charleston Chew.
I'm going to eat it now. It's real.
Real Charleston
The real
Chew.
Charleston Chew. And you know it's quality because it's one of those chocolates that come in a cardboard insert.
This is the candy bar that got America through its second Great Depression.
Actually, she's been complaining about not enough of me talking, so I'm going to get her stuck into an as many hours as possible long conversation about Netrunner stuff that she has no idea about.
Ah, this
Maybe
works.
she will now.
This seems to work well.
As I start out trying to keep
Chocolate
it
has
in
melted
line.
onto the cardboard and therefore will not separate.
I start out like trying to keep it in layman's terms, but obviously the more you go along, the harder that is to do, and then you start losing track of you were supposed to be doing that, and then it just gets really technical.
I don't understand
Really, really.
There we go.
that. Problem is, as you get more excited, it gets more and more technical.
Yeah.
And then
You
she
start
has to
rambling. and-
This is why I'm
single.
Then she has to ask questions because she doesn't understand.
No, they never ask questions because by that stage,
Because
it's
then that
too-
would involve more talking.
and it's too late by then. You're already on a rant and you're going.
Any question will just divert onto another rant that would eventually reconvert somewhere further back in the line of the last one.
Oh my god, it is actually marshmallowy and chewy. Just like Nixon's ad. And I remember it only because it was right before he segued seamlessly into the ad for Shankman's Rubbing Compound.
How old is that?
What, that chocolate bar?
It is best before November 7th, 1963.
It's still got a few years in it.
Back in the old day, they could use all the preservatives they want. That motherfucker will last forever.
It's filled with unterrible plutonium. Notorious for its non-tearing qualities.
Yes, yes. With its healing glow.
So chewy.
It's not as chewy as an old school Pixie Caramel.
I
It's
was
more
Oh,
chewy
yeah.
than current Pixie Caramel.
I was curious about how it compared to a Pixie Caramel.
I want another one. This is actually really nice.
I only bought the one. I bought the one for you, but I'll get some more.
You gotta have another one to have as a display one.
Or you could eat the chocolate.
And then you seal it back up and put something in as a filler.
Well, I was originally trying to undo it so that the rack could preserve the wrapping, just inflate it slightly and glue the thing back down so I can display it. But it was stuck and tore, and which was ruined.
Which is the reason why you need another one.
Yeah,
The only reason.
So, yeah. So, you have agreed to let this monster loose in the real world.
Well, at first I thought I had, but now I've learnt that instead of...
Do not worry, simple Edward. I will reassure you. It is impossible to do the things you have described him capable of doing in the real world, for time is a construct of a sequence of events, not a data log.
That is true. And does ease my mind somewhat. If only I was able to slave a shard of him permanently, I would be unstoppable. But that is old, fringe evil me thinking. The enemies I could lay waste to. Whole servers of blood destroyed.
The Prince just
Perhaps another deal could be struck. Although I do not think I could afford the deal you have struck.
No. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to afford that as of yet. Even if it does work out that I gain ownership over the FBC we currently have. It's the brain and the biomodule.
If everything you have told me about yourself and your life is true, then I think that the man who was able to successfully fight off those accountancy pirates with nothing but a saber between your teeth and two other sabers and an orbital strike,
Which is, of course,
then you will
true.
achieve this.
feel more confident. No, you are confident in my capability.
So anyway, would anyone else like to do anything else before I skip ahead a month?
Yes, I will talk to Barstrider because that's the one NPC I haven't talked to yet. I'm sure I would have a little bit throughout the time, but yeah. How's it going?
Niggas in the house. What?
What were you singing?
Sorry?
What were you singing?
Song.
Oh. How's it going?
It's not going anywhere.
No, how are you? How are you faring?
I'm fine.
Have you worked out where you're going to go after all this?
I'm not likely to tell you.
No, but I'm just wondering if you've worked it out. It's
No.
probably safer not to tell me.
No, not yet.
Okay. You want to play a game or anything, or?
Sure.
Okay, what do you want to play?
Egg. Tic-tac-toe?
Tic-tac-toe?
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it that like...
It's that or global thermonuclear war. It's a reference to the movie War Games.
Would you
It really
like
is.
to play a game?
You like to play a game?
It's not a reference to
Yeah, the
global
problem with
thermonuclear war
tic-tac-toe
games.
is...
That's based on the War Games game.
The problem with tic-tac-toe is whoever goes first, they can make two moves and then basically either cause a stalemate or win.
That's interesting. Show me.
Okay, I will show her.
Go on then.
What do I roll? Or do I literally do it where it's like...
You get a pen and you draw a hash grid and we play tic-tac-toe.
I didn't bring a pen.
Here's a pencil.
Oh, okay.
There is literally a box full of pencils right there in front of Brendan. And by full of, I kind of mean full of. There's a lot in there. That was a gift. It was a gift for the family.
I might as well use this loot thingy.
I don't know what's more of this. Right? Charleston Chew. Charleston Chew.
It's either a light pencil or it's just dark. Okay, who's going first?
I believe you should go first.
Okay.
I will go here.
I've won.
Amazing. See how that happened?
Yeah.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah. Have we got a game that's a little more challenging? There you go.
Well, gee, I'm not really good with games that are...
What about some of your video games? We could play some multiplayer.
What? I guess.
Yeah, I mean...
You did bring some games, remember? We've got games you could play.
There's some with us that are actually in the loot list, yes. So I can just turn this over. Or is it actually on one of the other pages? It's on one of the other pages. Oh, there's... you've already got Skyrim.
But I actually got this particular.
You know, we already discussed that yet.
Yeah.
I thought you were looking for multiplayer games.
Oh, there's Netrunner Elysium. Or I'm not sure if that's appropriate for your age.
I'm 10.
Yeah, okay, maybe not.
WWF?
Dangerous Dave in the Ordered Mansion.
It's
a classic.
another single player game.
Oh, but have you played it?
No,
Well, we can play it. You play and I'll watch.
you're not really playing then.
Yeah, but we're hanging out and having fun.
Okay. Her eyes light up, but the computer turns on.
Could have played Sidewinders. Season 1.
That's not a game. That's
That's a series.
series.
You could get around being the game.
The selection comes up, kill him. Also kill him. Let's say something cool. Hi, I'm Connor, the android sent by Versa Die.
Versa Die. Yeah. I'll just spend some time with her and make her feel like a kid and not just a tool for us to exploit.
Ah, you're manipulating the impressionable youth. Gotcha.
No, I'm just actually trying to treat her like a human being. And
Sure, Mr. Hollywood celebrity.
No, God, no.
You
He's the one who tried to get her contact details.
No, I tried to give her mine. That's
Both
better.
I would like to point out both characters do live in California. Not America.
Not American. Not American.
The next thing I want to do is spend the time to take and pull the cards apart, take the ripple things, and just before I actually do one, just get them all lined up and just take the time to do it.
Okay, you can do
and
that.
do it. Do them all.
Okay. Basic tech, DV8.
Check my basic tech.
Comes crashing down.
Yep, 21.
What's inside?
It's going to take a bit of time anyway because there's quite a few cards.
Okay.
I might actually help with that, just as something, because
Anything to avoid talking to Fleur.
I mean, I can talk to Flo while I'm doing it.
No, you can't, because this is very tech.
Too late. DV12.
Beat it.
100.
Not possible.
Listen, no, that was the check for talking to Flora. Now you're going to make it.
Oh yeah, I'll have a conversation check out of here as well. It's a skill.
that is
It's
actually a
thing.
skill. We
It's
don't
actually
use
not
it
what
very
it's
often.
for. It's for getting information out of people.
I do think
through
you should have to make
conversation.
checks to talk to women.
Yeah, 15.
That sounds good enough.
Yeah.
No!
That's the way you're talking to her. Okay.
And that's how you do the cards. It's explained that you had to be very delicate when you did it, or you snapped the card.
Oh, you snapped a bunch of cards. Oh, okay, cool. Anyway,
Let's get a little jig and just...
so basically, a shit ton of time passes.
Can I have one more attempt at the guitar? I would have.
All right. Yeah,
got it.
da-ba-dee-ba-da-ba-da-do.
I started this project a long time ago.
3 luck. 3 luck.
Ooh. And you've got it.
Yep.
You got what, 27?
Done.
Yes. And in 2 more weeks.
And 2 more weeks, which we still have that time.
Yeah.
I don't know the words.
There are no words.
Those are the words.
Apart from Cotton Eye Joe.
So yeah, with the
So you've invented the.
It's
Now you
invented
have to
now.
fabricate it and consume the resources, and there is another check involved in that, which, if you look at it, is also 29.
yeah.
And if you fail it, you lose. Is it half the resources?
Wait, but you
Oh my God,
fabricated
it's suddenly
it
become a
one
Korean
step
game.
lower, right? So
Which is also a
lower.
29. Look at
Oh.
the table. It's 5,000 and 10,000 are on the same DV table.
And I didn't realise that Cyberpunk was a Korean game.
No, yeah, both
They are
29.
both 29. So it's very high. Did you wish to do that now, or did you wish to...
I need to wait a bit more.
Wait
for
a
my-
bit more.
Yeah.
Miserly Barrows has never attempted anything over 100 cost.
Yeah, but Miserly Barrows also has a spooky picture in his character bio instead of a picture of him.
Really? Barrows
Yeah,
still
like-
has his face?
Oh,
sorry,
Roger
not Barrows.
also-
Oh,
It's
Graves.
Graves.
He does have a
Sam
spooky
Rogers
one.
got a spooky picture as well.
They're not the same.
Oh, I figured they were different pictures, but
We all got different ones, do we?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I do, but I'm not saying. Yeah, okay, so you're not going to do that. So eventually the child wheels in, and it's just like, it seems there's been a hitch.
Who's here?
That's the problem. They're not here, and they have things I need to make this work.
oh, someone was supposed to be here.
Well, the regular supply convoy hasn't passed through, and they're 4 days overdue.
Oh God, they've probably been threatened or
How
forced by
accurate are they?
those
usually?
assholes chasing us.
Within about 4 days.
Where do they come from?
Where did they go?
Where'd it come from?
Get up, did not.
And what is this thing that you need?
It's complicated.
I'm sure she's getting more than one thing from her supplier.
Yeah, there's also food and things like that.
We should probably go out there and see if we can find out what's happened to them. But I bet you those arseholes are behind it.
We could always ask around at the port.
Hold on. Ask around where?
At the port where we came in. If they ever arrived to Ireland, then...
You mean
Do you
going
know
all
how
the way
far
back?
we are?
Yeah.
Yes, well, I mean, what are we going to do? Ask around in the woods? Wood for...
You're going to go out and venture back to the port in the direction that which follows is coming from. Interesting.
Suspicious.
Well,
Incredibly suspicious.
How far is it from here to the port?
Yes. Look, I don't have a map of Cuba.
Yeah,
in front of me.
what I'm essentially asking is, how many tanks of chew would it take?
For the bikes.
A tank of chew. I'm
Well, if
guessing.
you refuel in the port, you could get back
But how much would it take to get there?
a tank,
A tank. So 2 people can make it there. 2 bikes can make it there.
pretty much.
We'll probably want someone to stay behind anyway, right?
Because we've only got 2 bikes full at the moment.
Yeah.
Does your supply convoy come via the port, or have you employed some local smugglers?
What? Oh, they go towards the port.
Oh, so they come from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Probably one of the local Cuban cities, Havana or something, right?
I don't know
Havana
much.
is the port.
Where we came
Oh.
from?
That was it, okay.
Havana, the capital of Cuba.
Okay, so they normally come from the other direction and head towards the port.
Well, they have to go back at some point though, but ideally you'd just catch. It would depend on if the train goes to where they're going.
Mondo Fine.
Sorry?
That's here.
That's
Yes.
here.
So, where was it going before it stopped here?
None of you paid any attention,
No?
so you don't know.
But we could follow the tracks
Yes.
and see where the train was supposed to go.
Okay, so who's going?
I'll go. I don't mind going. I want to get out of here anyway. Stuffed inside all this time.
It's nice.
You might like it, but
I do not.
I need to get out at some point. And I've always been a bit reticent to, because we could get found out if we went outside, even just for a walk.
Yes. So you want to go as well?
In the event that Blythe's goons are involved, I would like to assist in their demise.
So you two want to stay here and look after Fast Rider?
I've no problem staying.
Okay, so the volunteer idiots step into the elevator and head on upstairs. And these would be Roger, Edward, and Fleur, I believe.
She could ride back, yeah.
Yeah, she could cling tenaciously to your buttocks.
Okay. You get to the surface and head out of the tavern, the cantina, and into the crossroads of the street.
Ah, shit, Roger, I spy a grid.
Yeah, we look down at our feet, we're like, fuck.
Have you ever pondered the turn-based nature of existence? It's
Oh
like,
god, that's great.
you shoot that guy and he doesn't die.
I almost
Why
want
do
that
you
on
not
a-
just keep shooting him?
God, I almost want that on a t-shirt.
Have you ever considered the turn-based nature of existence?
Because when you play in a video game, it sometimes just isn't fun.
Do you want your initiatives or mine?
I shall roll mine.
I always make the wrong choice.
I'll
go with yours,
have
and
to-
now to roll higher.
I've not done well.
What did you get?
13.
That does not beat the 18 you would have had.
Oof.
And Roger chose mine, which is 19.
Oh, okay.
What would you have gotten? 8?
15.
Oh, okay.
So it's, yeah. I actually did choose the right one this time.
Rogoshson Jackalfund is therefore first and does not know he is in combat.
Yeah.
He doesn't hear the combat music playing.
Oh, I suppose I should actually switch my environment over. Shouldn't I? Yes. How about I just, in fact, turn it the fuck off and we'll go for the exciting combat music, shall we? After all, I did spend a bunch of time getting generic music for our game. Yeah. Oh. Well, really, I've just got these ones, have I, here? Yes.
Yes.
Night train to the end.